Hello, fellow aviators. I'm Jim, and welcome to AviatorDB 101. In this episode, we're going to cover aircraft registration. Who owns the airplane? What type of aircraft is it? Has it ever been in an accident? Where is its last location? So, we're going to cover all of that in this episode. So, let's get started. First thing you do, of course, go to aviatordb.com and you're at the homepage. From the homepage, you click on registry. It's aircraft registration. And here you can type in any type of aircraft. If you want to type in like Cessna, you could take a look for how many Cessnas. There's 80,000 of them in our database. You want to do SR22. You could do a generic search like that and find various different types of SR22s. You click on the N number and it takes you to its last known position. This one happens to be at the OSU, Ohio State University Airport in Columbus, Ohio area. We give a little bit of background about the aircraft, fixed wing, single engine. Last certificate issued was September 16th, 2019. Who owns it? How many engines it has? Obviously, this is one, and so forth. We also give the source of the information, which of course this would be the FAA in this case, and it was last updated on June 1st, 2026. So we pull this information constantly, about every 2 weeks from the FAA, so we have very current and accurate data. So if we want to go back here, you just click the little back button. You want to look up a specific airplane. You can type in an N number. I picked a special one for you guys today. This one has a storied background. So click on search. As time we find this particular aircraft, you can verify down here that it is actually the aircraft you're looking for. Registration number, manufacturer, the model. And you click on the registration information. That takes you to, again, a summary of what the aircraft is. This shows up in searches on Google and places like that to make it easy to understand, and it's AI friendly. So we go through, we can find out a little bit about the aircraft. When we get to the ICAO information, these little badges, when you see a little box like this, you can click on it. If you click on it, it'll take you to our Encyclopedia page where you can go through and find specific information about this particular model. What type of plane it is, its market, its history, how much it was when it was first sold in 1960. We have a lot of really interesting information on thousands of different aircraft, and this encyclopedia keeps growing. Operators, private, surviving aircraft, and so forth. The easiest way to get back to where you came is through like our breadcrumbs, where you just click up here on the back button. It'll say back to and where it's going. So in this case, it'd be this aircraft. Click on that. We're right back where we started. So we can go through and we can see that this is weighted up to 12,500 pounds, has a cruise speed of 138 miles an hour. We can find out who owns the aircraft at the last registration and their address, city, state. So this one is from Knoxville, Tennessee. The number of engines, we covered that, how many horsepower, their mode S code. This is what drives ADSB information. The hex code is how flight aware and flight radar 24, that's how they're able to track these planes. And this one has had a bit of problems. So amazingly, this aircraft has been involved in 3 accidents. 2 of them are substantial. So right on this page, you can see what's going on with this airplane. It has first substantial damage was in 1985. There wasn't a probable cause on this one, but we can always click on this little button here. This takes us to the NTSB link. Immediately at the top, you see a icon on a map, this is the NTSB marked location of where this accident was. So you can click, zoom in, and this doesn't look good. This looks like it's out in the middle of the woods. You can go through, read about this particular accident. So there was 2 people on board, but it doesn't look like anybody was fatally injured. Goes through the aircraft ownership information again, but there's really not a lot on this particular accident. The NTSB didn't write much about this one. So we can click back here again on the breadcrumb. We go back, and now we're back here, and we can take a look at another substantial damage. This one does have a probable cause. So we can click on that. We can go through and we can see where this one was. So this one is just outside of Atlanta. Zoom in again, kind of get a better idea. So this one we can see is actually on an airport. So right out of the gate at the map, you can kind of get an idea that something happened to this plane at this particular airport. Go through and read a little bit about it. The address information again, like our other blue boxes, if I click on this model ICAO, that'll take you to the Encyclopedia page. If we click on the registration, that'll kick us back to the main aircraft registration information. There's multiple ways to get into the site. So you can come in through registry and go to an accident, or you could be on an accident page and backtrack to the actual aircraft that had the accident. So we can go in this case, it was a pilot was landing at his home airport and requested runway 32. And you can kind of read what happened. So these analysis and probable cause are very interesting to read. This is especially great if you're looking to buy an aircraft. You can find out if it was in an accident or not. It's a lot easier to find this information coming through our website than trying to find it on the NTSB site. On NTSB, you have to go and try to find the airplane, try to find the time, the date, and the report number. With us, you can just look up very quickly and easily through the registration number. And we can go back here, and then let's take a look at the last accident. Now, this one was a doozy. Some of you folks probably recognize this aircraft. It was owned by the YouTuber TNFlyGirl. And so she had a series of videos where she was flying the plane, and she got herself in a lot of precarious situations. This was the last flight for her and her father. And as you can see, it was fatal. If we click on this, this one has a lot more information about what happened. So it shows that there's 2 fatalities. Again, it shows where this location was. We can zoom in and we can see this one's also kind of outside of a little bit of a neighborhood, but in pretty much just an open area, fortunately. So as we go through and page down, what's interesting is the analysis. So for a lot of accidents, especially the notable ones or some that were really severe, the NTSB goes through a very thorough background, and we pull that directly into AviatorDB. You don't have to hunt around for it, and you can read exactly what's happened to this particular plane. They also reference figures that are on the NTSB site, and they go through quite the detailed in this particular accident, which is why I picked that one for you. We always note our data sources on here so we can show that this one did come from the NTSB website, and you can click right here and go directly to their site. To make it easy, we always provide the NTSB number. So you can double click on this and you can copy it. Then when you click over to the NTSB site, you can actually search for and find this accident, where without that NTSB number, it can be pretty tricky. So we can go back to this aircraft, and that covers most everything on it, the registration, the last action date. So in the FAA world, that's the last time maybe the address changed, that the aircraft was registered, things of that nature. The expiration date, this is the certificate or airworthiness certificate expiration date. So the FAA issues those for 7 to 10 years. When they get renewed, you have about 10 years or so to keep those up. When it expires, then you have to renew it. So this lets people know that this one was actually good until 2030, because she bought this aircraft very shortly before its accident. So the issue date was January 10th, 2023. And we can go down here and we can see that this last accident was on December 6th, 2023. So she had it just about a year before it was fatally destroyed. This is also really great information for researching. So if you're looking to buy an aircraft, you can punch it into our website very easily and you can see if it's been involved with an accident. If it has, you can read about the accident to find out what happened. A lot of times it's a little bit vague in logbooks. It might say repaired aircraft damage, and you don't really know exactly what happened. Where here you can read the details on the accident itself. What happened? Was it severe? Was it not? So that covers everything in the registry. We will continue this Aviation 101 series, and we'll see you next time. So until we meet again, I'm Jim, and thank you for visiting aviatordb.com.